I'm Rabbi Jonathan Klein. I am the executive director of a synagogue in the West LA area. I'm an animal rights advocate, I'm a worker justice advocate, and I'm just engaged in trying to make the world a better place. Well, when I was younger, I found that my experience growing up in a Jewish family in the North San Fernando Valley exposed me to great values through my synagogue, and I wanted to emulate that. I had this rabbi growing up, Rabbi Solomon Kleinman, Alav HaShalom, who spoke eloquently about the values that I cherish, sort of labor Zionist values, commitment to social justice, and really equity, creating a more equitable society. And I always found that Judaism was a great platform for creating language about how to get there. Because the world has all sorts of great ideas, but being grounded in 1,000, 2,000-year-old tradition means having language beyond the flavor of the month to really ground our values in something much more eternal, much more lasting. We don't need new language to describe what has been part of Jewish tradition for eons, especially out of the voice of the prophets, who spoke eloquently, forcefully, and sometimes angrily and defiantly about a world that was really not treating people or the planet with respect. And so I'm grateful for that legacy embodied by our tradition in the form of the Haftarot that we read, but also brought back to life in many ways by Abraham Joshua Heschel, who's one of my heroes. My brother was born with Down syndrome and died when I was 15. When I saw his experience in this world, it was a very clear statement that people are not born with the same opportunities. So for me, social justice is about this very basic humanistic notion, which is tied to my theology that says every person should be able to live out their full potential. It is important for us to recognize that there is suffering in this world that's caused by our conspicuous consumption. One of the areas that we consume on a large level is meat and animals. We've become, as a culture, cold to the fact that there's suffering of these animals. So for me, animal rights is an extension of basic compassion and for recognizing the inherent worth and beauty of the world around us. I think that there are three levels of existence in this world. There's our struggle with others in the world, there's our struggle with God, and there's our struggle with ourselves. And in all three ways, we're trying to remedy relationship. So in a way, that's what I see as my role in this world, is to help us overcome the barriers to working well as human beings among each other, help us in our relationship with God, and then, of course, introspectively ground ourselves in truth about who we are.